So there are a ton of movies that have come highly recommended, but that I haven't seen yet. So today I'm watching the 1977 film Saturday Night Fever. I know John Travolta is in it and that it's about dancing or a musical and the Bee Gees are involved and, the disco era. That's all I know. I've definitely seen, photos online. It's such an iconic movie, but that's all I know about it. I don't know the director, any other cast members, anything like that. I don't know if it's a full musical or if just music and dancing is involved. Given the time this came out, I think this might have been one of Travolta's earlier films. I have seen Blowout. You can check out that reaction on my channel as well. I'm guessing based off of the, title of the film that Saturday night was the night they would go out to the disco or they would go out and party and hang out and dance, and that's why it's called Saturday Night Fever. Again, I don't know what else to make other than it being, the literal name for when they would go out. But yeah, I'm very curious to see what this is all about and to finally watch this iconic film. So thank you so much for sharing in this first time watching with me. If you have any other suggestions for movies you think I should watch, please comment below. And if you want to have a say in what movies or TV shows I watch, be sure to join Patreon. And as always, please like, comment, and subscribe to this channel and check back often for more awesome content. Oh, and to have it come up like a neon light where it's like flickering. Yeah, and we're right into the Bee Gees right off the bat. Yeah. Strut, strut, strut. I don't recognize any of the other cast members, so yeah, let me know what I would know them from, other than John Travolta, obviously. Is this based on like a play or a book or anything like that? Yeah, let me know.
Blue shirt in the window. Hold it for me.
Hey, wait for your receipt.
I trust you.
Please don't trust me.
Just what you need in advance, right? Big shot.
Yeah, and these like long tracking shots of him through New York and just like walking through his neighborhood. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Oh my, a montage already. Get ready with me. Travolta style. Whoa, 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 whoa. Dance floor. Okay. Bruce Lee fan? Okay. Oh my. And Rocky. I still haven't seen Rocky. That's not the angle I thought we were going for.
Oh, shut up, will you? Hey. Where are you going? Hey, the shirt. Wash the shirt, stupid.
Oh my god. Just going around smacking everybody. Wow.
I work on my hair a long time, and you hit it. He hits my hair.
It's like I put a lot of effort into this. I'm very proud of how I look, and I would not appreciate getting smacked upside the head. I know the bare minimum about disco music, so yeah. I'm very curious to see what this scene is like, and yeah, let me know in the comments how accurate of a portrayal this was to, the disco scene at the time. And considering this would have came out in the 70s when disco was still, relevant and, disco was still very popular, so yeah, I'm curious.
Yeah?
You mean yeah?
Well, I mean like a dance with you, but you're not my dream girl or nothing like that.
Wow, 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 charm school over here. Quite the moves. Oh my. I feel like the soundtrack to this did very well. Let me know, but just a guess. And like so much choreography must have went to this too, because yeah, we're only like 20 minutes in and we're already doing like a dance number. And there's so many extras and stuff too. Or if they just said like dance and we'll film, whatever happens other than like the main cast.
Who knows?
I love to watch you dance, Tony.
Oh, yeah?
I love it. I love to watch you dance.
Quite the fan base he's got, okay.
Yeah, I seen it here about a month ago.
This dance, yeah, POV shot as well. Tony have a crush?
And your third married sister. I got the idea that all you was interested in was being a married sister yourself. I got bored with it.
Well, he's quite blunt. Okay, okay. This looks like this is gonna go on very well. What? What? Al Pacino? What?
Al Pacino.
I was gonna say, yeah, is it the Al Pacino poster in his room?
Yeah. Al Pacino. Al Pacino.
His grandma's like, put some clothes on, please.
Woo! All right, it's okay. You know why you don't kill fags on Sundays?
Kill fags on Sundays, they go straight to heaven.
There's a rival gang. Are we going for like a Grease situation? What do we got going on here?
It ain't much.
The important thing is 3 days. I think that's really great.
I'll tell you what, I'm gonna give you $350, right? Next
do
week
not
I'll give
have
you
to,
$350,
Mr.
I'll give you a
Prescott.
dollar.
Oh, his boss seems like genuinely trying to help him out. Oh.
Make it an even 4.
He's like doubled his raise in this conversation.
Happy over a crummy $250 raise.
That's not how that went.
Shit. You know, $4 buys today. Don't even buy $3.
I don't see nobody giving you a raise.
Yeah, like he's excited about his raise and his dad's just crapping all over it.
This raise today and dancing at the disco. He sure as did, asshole.
Yeah, it's interesting to see him like struggle to find his place in the world. He's obviously, worried about money and wants to spend all his free time dancing, but it's, expensive, so.
Not only going with you. Look, I mean, what are you anyway? You nice girl or you cunt?
I don't know. Both?
Those are the only options? Oh my god. Yikes.
Steady at 65%.
Pete, it's always busting my onions.
Is that a saying? Busting my onions?
Work on some stuff myself. I'll see you later, right?
Yes.
You was good today.
I don't think that's the response she was hoping for, but I don't think he's interested at all, and she's hoping it's gonna change his mind.
He was looking at me and I was looking at you, remember?
But what is this? I look at a guy longer than a millionth of a second, already he gets delusions of grandeur.
I don't think Tony's used to being talked to like this.
Fantasies. All I ever really had any belief in was their image of me as a priest. So,
He was just doing it to make his parents happy, it sounds like.
On Tuesday.
I know, since you come in away.
And what is it today, huh?
It's Tuesday. Yeah.
Is that the Donald Duck in the background? What am I hearing here? It's definitely more of like a drama than I was expecting. I was expecting like a full-fledged musical, and obviously music has been very prevalent throughout the movie, but yeah, it's very interesting to learn more about Tony's character, his family life, his friends, his interest in dance. This poor girl's like, I just want to practice by myself. Can you leave me alone, please?
Shakespeare, right?
No, it's Zeffirelli, the director of the movie. The movie. Film.
Yeah, I've never been to York. I'm curious if the difference in the boroughs, like Brooklyn and Manhattan, if they are as vastly different as they were talking about.
So what'd you say far out for?
Cause it sounded like Far Out, wasn't it? I mean,
Oh, yeah.
we'd like...
I think Tony's feeling a bit out of his league at the moment, yeah.
Who he is. He's the English actor, the one on television who does all those Polaroid commercials. You know, Laurence Olivier.
I've definitely heard that name, but I don't think I've seen any of his movies.
You enjoying all this stuff I'm telling you?
Sure, I think it's good. I think it's...
Well, I just think maybe you can't handle hearing about a kind of life that is so completely different than yours.
This is not going well. She's basically just throwing it in his face, like, look at all the cool things I do. Why don't you do cool things like this?
Okay, listen. I like it. We could dance together. That's it. We could just dance together and nothing more, nothing personal. I don't want you...
That's what he said to Annette.
You're too young, you haven't got any class, and yeah, I'm sick of jerk-off guys ain't got their shit together.
Oh, come on, this is you get your shit together.
He's literally eating with, like, talking with a mouthful of hamburger.
Blow it all off 2001, right?
That's right.
You're a cliche. You're nowhere. On your way to no place.
Wow, 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 wow. Big talk. Okay, really laying down the truth for him. Okay.
What do you got, a Stairway to the Stars or what?
Yeah, maybe.
He's 19. He's not supposed to have it all figured out. Like, come on. Cut him a break.
Why not? Why didn't you ever want to go to
Jesus,
college?
fuck off. Yeah, I did not,
No,
alright?
really, tell me, why
Oh, Jesus
not?
Christ. I didn't.
I don't think Tony's used to being challenged like this and someone like questioning what's your future, like why aren't you going to school and like what are your plans, and he doesn't have answers for this and he likes to be the cool guy and have answers for everything.
I feel like, you know, so what? I'm getting old. Does that mean like I can't feel that way about nothing left in my life, you know? Is that it?
Also, he's 19. He's fine.
A broken leg and 4 teeth knocked out. Shit. I mean, all he was doing was walk along the street carrying his groceries and treat him to a shove number on him.
Oh, yeah, Tony just saw him. Oh, man.
All right, dream good, jerk off better.
What a way to end the conversation. Oh, my.
You don't got a piece no more, and you got no say. You got nothing but 3 shit children now. Good. Good.
Wow, 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 wow. Big talk. Big feelings coming out. Yeah, they're blaming him because his brother decided to leave the church. Like, they obviously can't accept the fact that he decided to do that on his own, and they think Tony must have said something to him, and yeah, now he's enjoying freedom.
Look, it's professional, you know what I mean? It's like things like this happen when it's professional.
She's heartbroken, obviously. She thought it would lead somewhere. Obviously, it's not going to, but yeah. Poor Annette. I feel bad for her.
Okay, I got that. That's good.
I wonder how long it took for them to learn all these dances, because obviously Travolta is actually dancing to this. It's not like a stunt double or anything. I'm gonna have the Bee Gees stuck in my head for a week after this. This is giving me like Titanic flashbacks. Like the scene where they're dancing, yeah, and spinning each other around.
You know something? I like you when you're like this. When you're quiet and you ain't laying all that shit on me.
Like when you're not having thoughts or questions or asking me anything.
Do you think that I am either interesting or intelligent?
Do you want to know the answer to that?
Yeah. Intelligent.
I mean, he asked, but still. Oh, man.
Interesting, yeah. Intelligent? Yeah, maybe. Maybe intelligent.
Maybe. Definitely not what he wanted to hear.
How come we never talk about that?
Good night and thanks.
No, but maybe I can walk you the rest of the way. Let me do that.
Nope.
I think he's used to getting whatever girl he wants. Exactly, yeah. And now someone is like actually like, you know, keeping him at an arm's distance and yeah, not giving him the answers he wants. It's like, I'll show you how to dance. Clear the floor, people, clear the floor. So many moves. He's like a scan in the room. And I'm better than all y'all. I'm curious if they had the music playing on set or if they had it like added in after. Because sometimes they just like dance monkey basically to the actors and there's no music and they just kind of have to go with it. But I feel like it would be hard to get into the moment without the music there. And just like this crowd of people watching him, cheering him on. And he's like, yeah, the 2 times I felt, you know, good about myself, basically, it was when he's dancing. No pairs of bell-bottoms were harmed in the making of Saturday Night Fever. He's like, this is the best night of my life. Just living for the dance. And he got to show off in front of his brother, which I think he's, you know, happy about.
You sure? Yeah, I'm sure.
And he was hoping, obviously, that Stephanie would have seen that, but she wasn't there.
So what, right? Come on, walk to the door. Hey, you know, your dancing is really marvelous.
Aww. He appreciates it. Are they getting out of the car in the middle of the bridge? Oh, God. Was this real? Did they really do this? I'm very worried. I'm very worried. I feel like a lot of people who saw this movie then tried to do this after and probably ended very badly. Oh my God.
Let's get him!
Come on, let's go.
This is a bad idea waiting to happen. Oh my God. This is so stupid. What are you doing? Yes! Oh my God. Oh my God, did he fall? I would be furious. I would be leaving their butts on the bridge and they can walk home. Forget that. Oh no, sir. Good night. Nope, not even a little bit funny. Nope.
Next move. What about you?
What about me?
Are you gonna do something with your dancing, Tom?
I don't know. People ask me all the time.
I'm glad his brother's so nice and like encouraging him to do this.
Big gobs like dog food, dog friskies, dog yummies. You know something, Joey? He's gonna turn into a dog. No,
He does chew with his mouth open and talk with his mouth open constantly.
I'm doing it.
Then you're fired.
Then fuck you, asshole!
Boss, you wrote it on.
I don't think that's how he wanted that to go. Oh my gosh.
Rush, I hate to leave you like this. You got no idea how much I appreciate this. I mean, this car is very important for me today, you know?
You call me tonight?
Yeah, I'll call you. Like, don't worry.
His friend's like, hey buddy, I need a minute. We gotta talk about some big things, please. Some big life things. I'd really appreciate talking to you.
Yeah. You gonna call me tonight?
Well, hopefully. I hope he does. Tony is flaky at best, so I hope he does. This poor guy. Just needs to talk to his friends. Aw. He's so conflicted.
Hey, I'm sorry.
Oh, sure. No problem. No big deal. I can handle it.
He liked that job, and he liked it there, and hopefully he can get it back. I think he was just momentarily had a moment, but, yeah.
Should have read the Lawson. Listen, if I can help you guys move in, you just say the word, I'll be glad to help.
Tony's like, and who is this exactly?
The sack? Is that what he helps you do?
He helped me.
Sure.
What the hell you expect me to do, man? What do you expect me to do?
Aww. She's genuinely trying to, like, explain the situation, and yeah, this guy obviously still has feelings for her, but she's trying to keep her distance as best she can. I've definitely seen like this Brooklyn Bridge in movies and TV shows and stuff before, and it's so iconic, so cool.
That bridge, that tower right there goes up 690 feet. They got 40 million cars going across there a year.
That's insane. Yeah, that's crazy.
Slipped off, you know, on the upper part of the bridge and, you know, fell in.
I have heard stories about people who have, yeah, died while it was being made. Oh, my smooch. She's like, maybe you aren't as dumb as I thought.
Tony, come on. Things got a little hot under the collar, don't you think?
What are you talking about?
I don't want to lose you, Tony. You're a good kid.
And he's a good boss. Aw, yeah.
Years since I opened. Mike, 15 years, huh? Come on, now, give Harold a hand. He's making a mess.
I think that's his nightmare, is to be there for 18 years. I'm glad his boss is really nice and seems to be very, you know, accommodating, but I think his nightmare is to spend the next 20 years in that shop.
You know, dancing.
No, forget it.
Come on, let's dance.
You disgust me, you know that?
Wow, Tony is very jealous. Yeah. Oh my god, this is not going well.
Oh, Jesus.
The actress who plays Annette looks very familiar, but I can't place her.
I'm gonna get married.
Shut up! Come on!
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Just drove his whole car through this thing. Oh my god.
Hey, what the hell do you think you're doing, huh?
Oh, wow, reversing. Oh my god. Oh. So many bunks, and there's like the fight sound added in. Ooh, two hands. Oh!
Italian style.
Yeah, that's great, you know. Only, you know, I ain't so sure it's the Barracudas.
They're like, we actually didn't think about that. We just kind of went on a rampage. So.
And what happened to your face, huh?
Oh, I cut myself shaving.
With a switchblade, huh?
Yeah, no kidding. That's obvious lie. The whole song and dance with this freaking bandage on his head from the fight he got into. Oh my goodness. I feel like they have to win. Like, I feel like the movie's gonna end on, like, a happy note. That's my prediction. Yeah, and then, like, dance floor POV, like, following them around. Such a cool shot. Yeah, and all the lights and, like, the disco balls in the background. Oh, that's cool. Having, yeah, tilt down with her. Yeah, cool shot for sure. Like, slow-mo. Oh my, was that part of the dance? A smooch? Wow, wow. I don't think that was scripted. They're both like, whoops. I feel like Annette's spiraling. I'm worried where this is gonna go. Oh, God. Tony's starting to look worried. He's like, oh man, maybe I don't have it.
Second prize from Puerto Rico. We have Caesar.
They gotta win. They gotta be first. Come on, man. The whole movie's been building to this.
Man, the man that gave you coolness, hotness, and everything you wanted. He was hot. He was right on. Stephanie Magano.
Yes, yes, I knew they were gonna get it. Tony takes his dancing very seriously, and this is a big moment for him. He was like, I gotta win. If I'm not first, I'm nothing. Aww. I'm never gonna get the Bee Gees out of my head.
Man, you put them down is what you did. No, Prince.
He doesn't seem that excited about it.
Won that contest. My own friends can't even be straight with me. We gotta lie right for your teeth. Come on.
Your ass, man.
What did they do? Did they, like, bribe the judge or something?
Congratulations. Here, I'd like to give you this, and I'd like to give you that, because I think you deserve it, all right? Come on.
Tony, come on, man. He just doesn't want to think he's that good or what? Or he genuinely thinks it's rigged?
All over you, selling my act on you, using you, making you think that I love you. It's just all bullshit, man.
Fucking cunt.
Oh my god.
You stop it. Don't.
Oh my god.
Ow! Oh, Stephanie.
What? This is not how I thought this was gonna end at all. Oh my god.
What's with you, huh? What's with you, you little punk?
You little boxer. What is it, man? What the f is it? You don't give a shit about her.
He really doesn't. Not even a little bit.
You'll fuck all night on this.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, you will. Joey, what you doing back there?
Oh my god, really? While they're driving and they're like, okay. Wow, wow, wow.
Come on, Double J. You're up.
Oh my god. Seriously? What the?
Hey.
Oh my god, this is upsetting.
She's gonna cry?
She's literally crying in the back, like.
Woo! Fuck! Double J! Come on, Double J! Come on!
And these two just sat in the front and didn't do anything. Like, didn't stop it. Oh my god. This is not how I thought this was gonna go at all.
My leg. Nina says I got the biggest thing in town.
Yeah?
Proud of yourself now?
That is not helping, Tony. Cheese and rice. What a jerk.
Now you're a cunt.
Go in! Fuck around, baby!
She was just sexually assaulted and he's name calling her.
Net.
Oh, Annette. Oh no.
Hey, Bobby! Hey, you punk! Tony! Look at me! Look at you, punk! Bobby, get down!
I'm very worried. There's a lot going on. There's a lot of things happening. I don't like where it's gonna go.
Get down from here.
I'm alright, I'm alright. I'm alright, Tony. I'm alright.
I don't like this. I don't like this at all.
Come on. Now, don't get upset. Come on, we'll talk. We'll go talk in the car. Swarm it in. You didn't talk to me before.
Oh, you never called him like you said he would.
I didn't want to fuck up, Bob. Come on. We'll talk, all right? I didn't want to up this time.
Oh my god. Oh my god, you fell. Oh my god, you fell into the water.
Andres and Don.
Oh my god, poor Annette. Poor everybody, this is horrible. Oh my god. What a dark, sad way to end it. Oh my god.
Forget the number, Chief. We ain't gonna find nothing out there tonight.
Oh my gosh, that's horrible. Yeah, and they've already given up, like, looking for him. They're like, forget it. Like, oh my gosh. Yeah, I think Tony's done with a lot of this. Oh my god. What a frickin'... Ah!
I don't know. What'd you do? You came in, you couldn't do nothing, right?
I could type when I came.
He's like, I'm leaving my life there behind. Like, I'm not going back. I'm just gonna start over.
Friends?
Yeah, I'd like to be friends with you.
Think you know how? Huh?
Yeah, how's that gonna go, being just friends? And Travolta as Pizza Girl, is that like John Travolta's sister or something? Yeah, definitely filmed all in New York. Yeah, you could tell that that was realistic. Yeah. So that was my first time watching the 1977 film Saturday Night Fever starring John Travolta. It definitely wasn't what I was expecting, especially the third act of this film, the ending. I definitely was expecting kind of like a happy-go-lucky musical and, you know, with disco involved and lots of Bee Gees, which will be stuck in my head for the next month at least. And yes, there was obviously those elements, but I wasn't expecting this like dramatic, you know, storytelling as, you know, we learn about Tony's home and his family and his friend group and how he just really likes dancing and is really passionate about it and takes it very seriously, but doesn't feel like it's really supported. And I think if he would have told his friends, hey, I want to pursue a career as a dancer, they would have laughed in his face and openly mocked him, which is not okay, but I don't feel like he had the, you know, confidence or support to say that out loud. And I was so glad that his brother seemed super supportive, his boss seemed supportive, and, you know, it was interesting to see this character. He's 19, you know, he's, you know, coming of age, he's trying to figure out who he wants to be in the world, what he wants to do, and until he meets Stephanie, I don't know how much thought he gave into his future and how much he considered, you know, college or what his career would be, and he's just hanging out with his friends, having a good time, you know, working this job that, you know, he is glad that he's appreciated at, you know, seems to be doing well at, but doesn't really care too much about and doesn't really want to have a future in. So he just wants to save up all his money to dance, basically. And, you know, then he meets Stephanie and he starts asking bigger questions of himself and starts looking at his life more and starts realizing, okay, maybe I don't want this to be my future. And you know, we have that scene in the paint shop where his boss is like, this guy's been here 15 years, this guy's been here 20. And like, yes, obviously he seemed like a very nice boss, but Tony, I think, just had like a flash of him in 20 years, you know, in the same thing, doing the same thing over and over, and just that cycle. And I think that's the last thing he wanted for himself. And obviously the events of the end of the movie seriously impacted the trajectory of his future and were very dark. And, you know, this movie deals with some very real world and, you know, big themes. Bobby, his friend, has gotten his girlfriend pregnant and is trying to decide what to do. You know, are they going to get married? Are they going to keep the baby? What choice are they going to make? And he's definitely struggling and is trying to talk to anybody who will listen to him, basically. And he felt more like that friend that's maybe not as outspoken. Like, he definitely felt more like a quiet and soft-spoken character, and that was his personality. And unfortunately, I think when you're in a friend group that's loud and rowdy like they are, he kind of got left behind a little bit and maybe was a little bit ignored. And even Tony promising to call him and then obviously doesn't, you know, made him feel like Tony didn't care about him. And, you know, Tony trying so hard to talk to him and to convince him to come back. And I don't think Bobby meant to unalive himself. Even Tony saying, like, there's ways to do that without actually doing it. I think Bobby was scared and young and was faced with very, very big choices in his life and didn't really feel like he had a support group to help him or talk to him or anybody. Like, even when he's talking to Frank, you know, Tony's brother, who used to be a priest, saying like, hey, like, what should I do? Like, do you think, you know, the Pope would give me permission to do this? Basically, it sounds like he doesn't want to marry this person at all. And I feel like that was strongly being pushed on him by both families, like his family and her family, to get married, and, you know, that's their life, basically. And I think he was not really wanting to go down that path. So yeah, like I said, I wasn't really expecting these kind of like big life themes. I thought it was just going to be this musical. It was definitely interesting that it had, you know, some solid depth to it. And yeah, definitely big discussions, especially in the third act, where we have, you know, sexual assault and unaliving, and, you know, Tony coming to terms with, okay, I don't want to do this anymore. He's seen what he's seen, and basically he's like, this isn't for me. He leaves his friends behind, does not get back in the car with them, and basically says forget his old life. He doesn't even go home to see his family. He, you know, goes right to Stephanie's, who he also had attacked earlier that night, and decides, okay, I'm starting over. You know, she's doing okay for herself. She's got an apartment, she's got a job, she's very excited about this job, and he kind of sees what she has and wants to pursue that for himself, and maybe for the first time wants something more for himself or something good for himself. And, you know, is actually gonna, I don't know what his plan is, but, you know, it's the start of a plan at least. And he's doesn't want to be, you know, sitting in that same house 20 years down the road. And I feel like there's a lot of people who, you know, struggle with what do I want to do in life, and, you know, some very, very big themes from this movie for sure. Obviously lots of dancing and, you know, the club and the lights and the disco and, you know, very, very intense and like complicated dance sequences. So yeah, I'm very curious how much time they spent choreographing them, filming them, like, especially with it being John Travolta in almost all of them. Like, he didn't have a stunt double, or I didn't see any listed in the credits, so yeah, let me know. I'm assuming he did all of the dancing himself, which, if you're not, you know, a dancer, can be a struggle. And I know he danced in Greece and stuff as well, so I know he has an understanding of dance, but still, those are some big, you know, complicated dance moves. So maybe he's a stellar dancer in real life. Like I said, I've seen him dance in other movies as well, and he always, you know, performed well, but this would have been very intense. And yeah, especially those scenes where it's just him or just him and Stephanie, and they're long shots. Like, it's not like, here's a 2-second little dance sequence, boopity boop, and then we move on. Like, it's almost for the whole song, you know, multiple times, and, you know, getting at different angles. Like, yeah, so let me know down below how many, if you know how many shots they had to do, how many days, like, did they film the same dance sequence for a week straight, you know, to get all the different angles that they wanted, especially with all the extras and stuff in the background too. Yeah, I'm very curious. I'm assuming they just would have hired dancers instead of trying to find actors who could dance. That would have been my approach, because a lot of the background actresses and actors didn't talk, they were just dancing. And yeah, I'm curious how much instruction they were given, or if it was like, go crazy and we'll just film it and use what we want, basically. I felt so bad for Annette's character because you can tell she's just got those big puppy dog eyes for Tony. She's willing to do anything for him, and Tony definitely takes advantage of that and knows that, you know, she cares about him more than he cares about her. And she even says like she loves him, and, you know, he ditches her halfway through as a dance partner to go with Stephanie and is definitely using Annette. And then when he doesn't need her anymore, it's like, okay, bye, see ya. And I felt so bad for her in the scene when she's watching Tony and Stephanie dance, because that was supposed to be her. And then we have that horrible scene in the car that was so tough to watch. I was getting very frustrated watching that, and Tony's in the front not doing anything, and Bobby's not doing anything either, and they know what's happening, they can hear it. Like, it's very, very upsetting to watch. And yeah, I wasn't expecting, you know, big themes like that to be in this movie, and I just felt so bad for her. And then obviously at the end when Bobby falls off, again, just like the worst night in the world. Like, I felt so bad for her character. I don't know where her character would go. I don't know if there are sequels or remakes or anything like that. Let me know in the comments. But it was just a heartbreaking way for her character to, you know, for us to leave her character in this situation. I don't think Tony was a very likable character either. I don't know if he was supposed to be, and, you know, we don't always have to have a hero. He was obviously the main character, but he wasn't perfect. He definitely made mistakes. He definitely treated people ways that I think he shouldn't have, but that's probably what makes it more realistic, because obviously people make mistakes in real life. That's how it goes. And maybe they didn't want to glorify him. You know, he's an incredible dancer. Maybe they didn't want him to be, you know, just this perfect guy all around. He's obviously very flawed and is trying to figure out where he's going in life and what his future is. But it was nice to see these little pockets, you know, with him and his brother and him and his boss and him, you know, dancing, and, you know, all these little pieces of his life that make him so happy. Definitely a lot of racial slurs and conversations that were hard to listen to. The way they talked about women was not great. And yeah, the way that they talked about people from other ethnicities, also pretty horrible. And I know when you watch an older movie, there's going to be some of that in the dialogue, but this felt very prevalent and throughout a lot of the scenes, and it was very tough to listen to this kind of language over and over from Tony and his friends. Like, everybody was involved in it. And to see Tony, you know, kind of the path he's on when we see him, you know, at the start, he's, you know, hanging out with his friends, going to the club, dancing, and then we see him, you know, getting into fights more, and him and Annette aren't getting along. Not that I think he really cares about her anyway, but, you know, things in his life maybe aren't going how he hopes. And then even after all the horrible things that have happened, he chooses to start over. Is he running away from his problems? Maybe. Is he gonna do better? Who knows? You know, that's where the movie ends. We don't get to see. Like I said, I don't know if there are sequels, but he is at least trying to do better. And I mean, we're human. That's all we can do. So yeah, it was interesting to see him get away, and, you know, everybody else from his friend group will probably be in that same spot, you know, 20 years from now. Obviously, New York played a pivotal part of this as well. It said, you know, filmed entirely on location in New York City, which I'm very curious how they did, because there was no studio safety net, basically. There was no, you know, okay, come behind this door, because John Travolta would have been famous by this point. Like, I know he had a few films out by now. I know this is still fairly early, but I feel like he was, you know, known, or maybe, you know, at least rising in popularity. So I don't know how they were able to just have him, like, walk down the street of New York, because some of those shots, I don't know if they were extras or if they were just people who happened to be out in New York at that exact moment and they were filming. Like, inside the club, those were obviously extras, as, you know, lots of dancing was required. But for all those shots where they're walking through New York, or they're sitting, you know, by the bridge and talking about the bridge and everything like that, like, I don't know how many of those people were extras or were just like, oh, they're filming, I guess, today. So yeah, let me know in the comments. I didn't grow up in the 70s, and I'm not too sure what the disco scene was like. I do feel like this was a bit of a time capsule, you know, if you grew up in this time, or if you had memories of, you know, this was your youth going to the disco and hanging out with your friends, and yeah, how accurate it is, and what that whole scene was like. It definitely looked like the 70s, and obviously it would have been filmed in, you know, 1976, come out in 1977, so it's not like it was filmed in the 90s and they were trying to make it look like the 70s. It was actually filmed during this time, which I think is also interesting because disco would have still been a thing. Maybe not the height of popularity, but I know disco was prevalent, you know, throughout the 70s. So yeah, I'm very curious to see how this was received, what people thought about it. And I know music styles changed quite drastically moving into the 80s as, you know, rock and hair metal and all these different styles, you know, came into popularity and disco faded out. And even when Stephanie is talking about musicians to Tony, he's like, I don't know these names. Like, who are you talking about? Like, he only knows disco, and that's like his world, and that's, you know, everything that he cares about, basically. And Stephanie has lived a little bit more. I thought she was a bit older. Like, I thought her character was going to be like 25 or 26 because she seemed to have so much more experience than Tony just in the world. Overall, I enjoyed it. It definitely wasn't what I was expecting. Definitely more of a drama and, you know, this storytelling of Tony's life and his family and the pressure he's getting from his family to, you know, be this person, and he feels like he's the screw up, and, you know, that his brother was the best one, and now he might have a chance of redeeming himself in the family, and just kind of those dynamics. And even when he wins the dance contest, I don't know if it genuinely was rigged or if he is just so paranoid and doesn't have the confidence in his own skills that he's like, well, I couldn't have won. There's no way I could be this good. It must be because they set it up and, you know, can't obviously give it to their family. Doesn't even talk to Stephanie about it because it's half of her money as well. She was in the dance contest and just leaves and is so upset over everything because he doesn't feel like anything good could actually happen to him. I don't know if that was his mindset or if it genuinely was a setup and he's mad about it. And you get to see his friends and, you know, his neighborhood, and, you know, he's so proud of his dance. And like I said, the ending was definitely nowhere near what I was expecting. I thought they'd win the dance contest, they'd go home, and it would be roll credits and that would be it. But no, there was like another 30 minutes after that, which had huge impacts on the story and obviously on Tony's life as well. So let me know in the comments if there are sequels or remakes or anything you think I should watch. I can't imagine there would be a remake. I'm pretty sure I would have heard of it by now because it's such an iconic film, and who would do a remake of this? I have no idea. But thank you so much for sharing in this first piece. Quite the moves. Oh my. His grandma's like, put some clothes on, please. Is that a thing? Busting my onions? Are they getting out of the car in the middle of the bridge? Oh god. What did they do? Did they like bribe the judge or something? Oh, you never called him like you said he would. Oh my god, he fell into the water.